Right now, the Israel Defense Forces is conducting precise strikes on military targets in Iran.
Hello, everyone. We have breaking news today. Israel has launched a major military operation against Iran, hitting multiple military sites. It's a major development that could reshape global stability and is already impacting Bitcoin and other markets. If you're watching the crypto space, this kind of news can mean big shifts. So let's break down exactly what's happening, why Israel made this move, and what this could mean for Bitcoin and the markets. So let's dive into what exactly went down. Early this morning, Israel's military launched what they're calling precise strikes against key military targets across Iran. Explosions were reported in major cities like Tehran and other strategic areas, leaving the entire region on edge. According to Israeli officials, these strikes are a defensive response aimed at preventing further attacks from Iran. But make no mistake, this is one of the most significant escalations we've seen in recent years between these two countries, and it has everyone watching carefully. Now here's the context. Just a few weeks ago, on October 1st, Iran launched hundreds of missiles toward Israel, a move they said was a response to Israeli actions against Iran's allies, like Hezbollah. That missile attack rattled Israel, and since then they've been preparing for what we're seeing now, a large-scale retaliation. Let's talk about the U.S. for a minute, because their role is critical here. The U.S. has recently increased its military presence in Israel, specifically to support Israel's air defenses. And while they weren't directly involved in today's strikes, but showing support for Israel's actions, the U.S. is making it clear that they're aligned with Israel's goals, which could influence other nations' responses and even pressure other allies into taking sides. Now, whenever the U.S. steps in this strongly, it doesn't just affect those two countries. It sends waves through global markets and economies. Investors see this kind of support and immediately react, often pulling money out of riskier assets and moving to safer options. This reaction isn't just about Israel and Iran anymore. It's affecting markets all around the world. All right, now let's get into what this means for the markets, especially for Bitcoin. As soon as the news of these strikes broke, Bitcoin took a dive. If you check the charts, you'll see that Bitcoin was trading around $68,000 just recently, but it's dropped below $65,000 and even touched lower points as the market absorbed this news. Ethereum and other major cryptocurrencies have also taken a hit. Now, why does this kind of global event impact crypto so much? It's simple. In times of conflict or crisis, investors tend to pull back from riskier assets like Bitcoin and move to what they see as safer bets like cash or gold. Over the past 24 hours, there have been millions of dollars in Bitcoin liquidations, meaning a lot of traders are selling off to avoid losses as the market reacts to the heightened risk. This isn't the first time we've seen this happen. If we look back at other major geopolitical events like the Russia-Ukraine conflict, Bitcoin initially saw a big drop. But here's where it gets interesting. After that initial dip, Bitcoin actually recovered as investors began to see it as a safe haven from traditional financial systems. So what can we expect moving forward? Right now, it's a waiting game. If Iran chooses not to respond, there's a chance we'll see Bitcoin and other markets start to recover as that initial uncertainty fades. However, if Iran retaliates or the U.S. and other countries start getting involved more directly, then we're likely to see continued volatility in the markets. Bitcoin could drop further, or it might find a support level around $65,000. For those watching closely, keep an eye on that 65,000 mark. It's a critical level, and if Bitcoin holds steady there, it could be a good sign of stabilization. For long-term Bitcoin holders, my advice would be to stay calm. Bitcoin has a history of bouncing back from dips caused by global tension. If you're thinking about adding to your position, this dip could be an opportunity. But remember, in times like these, it's always wise to stay informed and keep an eye on the news to make well-informed decisions. So, to wrap it up, Israel's attack on Iran is shaking up global markets, and Bitcoin is feeling the impact with some price drops. It's a tense time, so keep an eye on the news and stay patient. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates. See you next time.